What is up, you guys? My name is Chris XHD, and I got a little bit of a different video for you guys. So you guys know I'm doing my WWE 2K15, my career mode, and in that I have a created wrestler who has face texturing. And I've also gone through the community creations in WWE 2K15, and I've seen a lot of face textures, and I've seen a lot of textures. I've also seen a lot of people asking how to do textures, and I've also gotten some requests to do textures for other people. Now, I figure I might as well kill 4 birds in 1 stone and let you guys know that 1, all the ways that you're doing textures aren't correct, 2, how to do these textures yourself, and 3, how to get as good of a texture that I got to make it look as realistic as I got it. And also 4, if you don't know how to import your texture or any of that stuff, even if it's not facial, then this is going to be the tutorial for you. If you're not looking how to import face technology and make it look good, skip ahead a little bit later in the video and I'll show you how to just import things regularly. But the first part of this video is going to be me just showing you guys how to do a proper face scan. So what you're going to need is a program like Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop CC 2014, or a program like GIMP. You can find any other photo editing software, but Photoshop and GIMP are the main ones. Photoshop is more expensive. You have to pay for it. You can get a trial version if you want to follow these instructions. You can also torrent it, but I'm not saying don't do it, but don't do it. And GIMP is free. I'm going to do Photoshop, but the instructions for GIMP are essentially the same. So here we go. So I've already done mine, so I'm going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to see how it looks if I try someone like Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to go ahead and make a... Oh, what the hell? Okay. Whatever, I just messed up. Oh, I just did another one. Alright, awesome. There we go. This is live TV, except it's not TV. Okay, so in the new section of Photoshop, you're going to want to have a new image with the size of 512 pixels by 512 pixels and 72 resolution DPI pixels per inch, and you should press OK. Now, if you get to the screen where you have a square, this is what you want. What you're going to want to do is make a new layer, which you can do by go ahead and go to Layer, up at the top, then New, and then just press OK. If you're advanced, you can just press Control-Shift-N to get a new layer. Then you're gonna go ahead and select this background layer and delete it. The reason is because we're not gonna really want a background. If you want to work with a background just so you can tell what you have, then go ahead and that's fine. But make sure that you delete that background. Now here's the picture of Kendrick Lamar that I chose. Just because of its size and because of its profile. Now this is important because it fits almost perfectly. It's a really good picture to choose. Also, it's really important just because of the fact that he is wearing a hat, and that kind of does ruin the picture a little bit. But it's important because I can easily this is a frontal picture. So this is the kind of picture that's going to go on 2K. It's not from the side. It's a front profile picture. So I'm going to go ahead, and what you're going to want to do is go ahead to your eraser. You can press E on your keyboard, or you can just go to the side where there's a literal eraser at. And you're going to want to go ahead and choose an eraser. Now the size matters depending on your screen and how much you want to take away. But here's the most important part about erasing. You're going to want a soft erasing brush. The reason is because a hard erasing brush will do this, where if you can see, it cuts it out of pure shapes. It's a literal circle, but a soft erasing brush will have a strong feathering around it. As you can see, it does a little bit of it fades in. So that feathering is what we're gonna need for 2K, because that's the issue that a lot of people have. They just make cuts of their face and they don't have enough feathering around it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut around this image, erase around this image essentially, so that all we have is K-Dot's face. And there we go, just erasing. We're gonna want to take the ears out because 2K is not. You can't really. There's no need to texture ears in the game. Yeah. So this might not have been the best choice of a picture, but I still wanted to just experiment to see what kind of image quality I would have get from a picture like this that I just got from the internet. If you take your pictures, you don't wear a hat. Also, don't look away from the camera. Just look as good. Just look right into the camera, essentially. Alright, so there we go. We've got Kendrick Lamar in his face right there. Just odd. This is perfectly fine just because of the fact that, you know, it's going to fade in. It should fade in fairly well. Now the next part is the eyes, because you can't have just the eyes in the game because the character already has eyes. So having eyes overlay on eyes is going to be extremely weird, which is why people typically texture over them. But the best choice is for you to take them out completely. I'm going to show you guys two ways to take out the eyes. One of them is using the erasing tool you just used, and the other way is to use the pen tool. Now the pen tool is just press P and a pen should just come up. Literally, it's a pen on the side. What you're going to want to do is click at one point and click at another and click at another and essentially just outline his eye. That's all you need to do is outline his eye. It's very simple. If you're having issues, then you can look up a tutorial or you can just wait and I'll show you how to just simply erase his eye. And you're gonna, once you connect the trace of the eye, you're gonna press make selection. Well, first you're gonna right click this eye and then press make selection and just press OK and then press delete, and you could see that there's no more eye. The eye is gone and there's just a gaping hole where his eye should be. Now the second option is for you to actually just erase it. This erasing, you're going to want to use a harder brush just because it's more accurate. So I'm going to use a brush at about 8 pixels. Here we go. I'm going to use a smaller brush now just because I'm messing up. Yeah, here we go. Smaller brush, erasing it. There you go. There we go. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, it's erased. That's Kendrick Lamar's face, essentially. Now, here's the more important thing. Whether or not this looks good because of how it is, you make sure you fade. Like, that's the most important thing about this is fading it out. Soft brush fading out areas that you don't need, just so it fades in better on the game. Yeah, just fade as much as you possibly can, and that's how you're gonna get. That's how you can make the best calls, just by fading as much as you can. This last part about actually making the image is really important, and it's saving. Control-Shift-S or just file and save in Photoshop, and I'm gonna save it as Kendrick's face. I can't actually do apostrophes. Face. And don't save it as a PSD, but instead come down here and save it as a PNG. This is because WWE 2K15 accepts PNGs, and this is one of the files that has transparency but also has high quality pictures. So you want to have this file if you're doing something like face textures, which needs to be transparent. This is also where you make sure that you have no background, that you have this little checkerboard of white and gray, and just press OK, save, and click OK. So now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and boot up your WWE 2K15 Next Generation, and I'll go ahead and meet you over there. Okay, so now that we're in WWE 2K15, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to Creations, and when you hit Creations, you're going to want to go ahead and go to Community Creations. And with that, you're going to want to go ahead, you can see everyone importing their cause and everything's looking great, everything's looking awesome. Go ahead and check things out. You're going to want to go ahead and press R1 2 times to get over to the logo manager. You can see I've imported a Mishka logo, I've just imported a couple of logos, including my own face, and you can go ahead and generate a logo token. Now you're gonna have to go ahead and go over back to your computer, your desktop, and you're gonna go to WWE 2K15 logo upload, which can be found at www.2k.com/WWE2K15 logo. Just got a logo token that you can see on the screen on your PS4 or Xbox One, and you just put in the logo that you can see, and it is CGUTMBEIT, which I don't think matters if you guys go ahead and look at that. There you go. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this Seth Rollins logo and upload this Kendrick Lamar logo that we have. There you go, Kendrick's face.png. And we're going to upload. It's uploading. There we go. And it's done. There goes Kendrick's face. Done. Okay. And so now you head back over to the game and go to My Logos. Now it should take a while for the logo to come up just because the game is kind of slow with that online. But I'll get back at you right when the logo is done importing. Okay, so it did take a while, but we ended up getting our logo in. And just wait, exit out your game if you have to. We're going to go ahead and hit download, and I'll just put it at slot number 20 because I know there's nothing there. Wait for it to download. Finish up. Okay, this is taking a little long. I think I should have erased a little bit more of K-Dot. I have no idea. It was a weird. I could have done better. I'm sorry, guys, but just make sure that you do as good as you can. I didn't put my heart into it. That's what you gotta do. Put your heart into it. And leave. Download the content. Go into the PlayStation 4 system. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so now after your conscious download, you're gonna go ahead and go to, and this is the part that's, just make sure it's downloaded. And you're just gonna want to go ahead and once the screen is finished loading, go to Creation Superstar New, where you create a new superstar. Clearly, now after this is loading, I'm gonna show you guys what to do next. Now. Let's close that information. Now, the first things first is because Kendrick Lamar is an African American, or just because he's black, you're gonna want to go ahead and change his skin color to something around that, just so it's easier at first. I know that's not at all what his face color, that his color is like, but it's gonna be easier later on. And what you're gonna want to do next is, I'm sorry, you're gonna want to remain in face. After you go to face and go to hair and facial parts, go all the way down and go to body art and go to custom logos. Now what you should see is that the logo that you have imported, it's right there. Press X and now you can go ahead and move your logo. You're going to want to go ahead and scale it to the proper size, which can take some time to do correctly at least. It looks about right. Let's see. It looks about right. It looks. Let me rotate a little bit. Yeah, it looks about right. There we go. And then from there you can edit the transparency a little bit. And now I can see now that I was way off in this color. It makes me feel really bad. And so from there you can go ahead and edit the color all you need to. Like I said, I could have went ahead and edited the shadows in a little bit better, but yeah. And there you go. Just go ahead and adjust the skin as much as you need to. Yeah. And there you have it. That's how you import a face. It kind of looks like Kendrick. I could have chose a better pic. Actually, it does look like Kendrick. You just have to add like hair and stuff to it. And that is how you go ahead and import characters into WWE 2K15 using their new creation of the 2K15 face import and import. Yeah, that looks more like Kendrick. Even though he doesn't have that hairstyle right now. And there you have it. Hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys make your own face colors. Remember to just do better job erasing than I did at the top. I did horrible with that. But yeah, there you go. Show me your creations at Chris J. Wilson. Also like and subscribe. We're still doing the WWE 2K15 giveaway at the time of this. Go ahead and look at my first episode of my career mode to win a copy of the WWE 2K15 for the PS4. So if you don't have it for the PS4, you can do cool stuff like this. Peace!